What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. We got Week 16 NFL Pick'ems season slowly coming to a close. Playoffs slowly coming closer as some teams are eliminated. Some teams have a little bit of hope. Now, Jordan, the leaderboards are down below. Dontea's excited because of how close of a race it is. Jordan, you have 163.
16.
What are you going to say?
What'd you say?
I will just go through the leaderboard. I'll say it in a minute.
Yeah. I'll let you take that part then when I get to it. Jordan, 163 and 61, and Jaden's right behind you, 162 and 62. Was a weird number. We got Kaysen. He did. He was I mean, actually not terrible. 12 and 4 is decent. Just compared to everybody else, that's 9th on the board. Kaysen, third with Rayford, 159 wins each. I'm at 156, and Dontea, you're one behind me at 155.
Go ahead. Tell them about my week. Come on.
Speaking of week 16 and the number 16, Dontea, congratulations on joining me. Back-to-back weeks, somebody from my No Ball Network has went 16-0, so that's pretty fucking cool.
You want to know something
back-to-back?
crazy?
Did I get it last week?
Yes.
You did get it last week.
You want to know something crazy?
Cool. Hey.
After you went 16-0 and we all said, like, why didn't you bet that? I was like, you know what? I'm going to bet my picks this week.
You didn't.
I would have turned $1 into 1,000.
Oh, easily. Probably. Yeah, because you took some underdogs that won too. And this is the thing. I tell everybody. Listen, there's only
applause for Dontea.
Yeah, shout out you. There's only 18 weeks in the NFL season. I guess, 18 weeks. Make a parlay for $1 every week. You go undefeated. You make a decent amount of money. What's you losing $17 over a whole NFL season?
Nah, you're for sure. Like if
you know what I mean?
Well, you wouldn't be losing 17, you'd be losing 18.
18.
The thing is, though, this is our first year with somebody going undefeated. We've never gone 16-0 prior to this year, though.
I feel like Jordan did before, to be honest. For some reason, I felt like Jordan did it before.
Like Jordan went 15-1.
He might have.
Like, I feel like he missed one game, and we were like, dog.
But does he have a chip, though, is the question.
He
might this year. He might this year. Look at him. He's scheming over there.
Game.
He's wondering who he's going to pick. Why he's going to pick him. Dontea, shout out you. 16-0 this week. Me and Case in second place.
When's yours coming?
I got my chip. I don't need to go undefeated to win my chip. Brother. I don't need to go undefeated to win my chip, all right?
You don't have to win a chip. I'm saying me and Dontea are both undefeated. Dontea has a chip and he's undefeated. You got to chase the dragon now, baby. You
got all those wins and no chips, brother.
Hey, all I'm going to say is I used to get roasted, but I know ball now.
Luckily.
That's all I'm going to say.
I will say, Kaysen and I, 14-2
for it.
In second place. After that, you had like a 5-way tie for fourth. Hunter, no chance. Aiden, Rayford, Jaden, all 13-3. And Jordan, 9th, 12-4. And Bubbles, 9-7. Come on, Bubbles.
It's crazy that 12-4 was 9th place, though, because the crazy thing is, I know we roast Jordan.
That's for second to last.
Right. And I know we mess with Jordan for never winning the Pick'ems and stuff like that, but to be 163-61 in 15 weeks of football is actually insane. Like, that's actually insane, bro.
Now, and think of it as you're watching. We're recording this on a Tuesday night, way before injuries come out, way before lines change and things like that. And the people that are analysts are on the desk, they're picking on game day after they know everything. So a little bit of a difference there. So maybe Jordan.
I think all three of us have better records than some of them do.
I feel like we do also.
I don't want to take all the credit myself. I know I'm having a good year, but you guys are also doing well. I mean, doing as good as we all are.
Yeah.
We know ball.
Pretty good. Now,
the balliest knowers.
The one thing I did want to ask is, what's Matt's record this year?
90.
He's gonna say that.
He's 91-75. He only has 91 correct.
A lot more games that have been played than that much. Huh?
Yeah, he only has 91 correct.
I knew you were gonna say that.
But there's a guy below him, so it's okay.
I know Ball Network, baby. How about it?
How about
We
it?
know balls.
We'll move on. We'll see if Jordan
Let's
can
get another
replicate.
16-0 week here. Let's get
It
another
ain't, it ain't gonna
16-0
be
week.
from me, I'll tell you that. We'll move on. We'll see if Jordan can replicate, or maybe Dante can replicate it. Hopefully Dante doesn't, because he's gonna pass me, and I don't want that to happen. We got Thursday night football. Denver Broncos at the Los Angeles Chargers, and Los Angeles Chargers favored -3. The graphic down below might be a little different because I just made the graphic earlier in the day. The lines might have changed, just so you know. Jordan, you go first here. You're still in first place. Who do you got?
I know that there's a certain team playing on Thursday night that's been pretty hot recently.
Both, kinda.
It hurts. It hurts a little bit going back to my roots, going back to the way I used to be.
Picking against Denver.
But I hate the Broncos, and I love Jim Harbaugh. Give me the Chargers.
I mean, at home, at SoFi. I'm not against it.
Playoff implications, division game.
Yeah, big playoff implications here. Now, of course, the line's -3 here. Obviously, it could go either way, but only for the simple fact I chose Bo Nix to win or be the best rookie quarterback this year. Give me Bo Nix to throw for 4 touchdowns, throw for 3 touchdowns, and he's going to get another receiving touchdown here against the Chargers. Book it.
In a loss?
Maybe. I hope not, because I picked him. Give me Denver.
23-16 was the first score. Bo Nix hadn't yet caught his stride. He was not the Bo Nix that we see today. Chargers lost JK.
Didn't really matter last week, though.
What'd you say?
Didn't really matter that much last week.
No. I'm talking about last time they played, they had JK.
Oh, I see what you mean.
They played
Okay.
Denver last, they had JK. Bo Nix wasn't as good yet, and it was a 23-16 game. So I'm going to go with Denver, man. I think Denver pulls it off here. I think they went outright. Forget the spread.
I don't like you guys picking against me.
Well, as Booker T would say,
What would you say?
coming from you.
Saturday. We also have college football on Saturday, I believe. So
Saturday
We do.
might be the greatest day of football ever.
and if you don't know, you better go to
Now
a
you
bar.
know.
You better go somewhere where they have multiple TV screens. If you just got one screen at home, you got to get out of the house. All right,
Then
you got to
better
go
pull up
somewhere.
your
You guys wanna come
laptop
over?
and-
Let's go to a bar,
You guys want to come over? I got kids, bro.
bro. The first games are going to be at 1.
Just come
I'll
to the
be
shop.
I'll be in the middle of a basketball game. We play at noon.
Oh, that's terrible. All
It
right,
is terrible. Freaking Maplewood. Sorry, keep going.
yeah. Maplewood sucks. Saturday, December 21st, Houston Texans at the Kansas City Chiefs, where potentially this is most likely going to be a Carson Wentz game, we believe. I don't know if there's any confirmation or anything like that yet. Of course, we know Pat Mahomes, he's going to want to be out there and play, even if he's hurt. He's done it multiple times before. KC is favored, though, -3.
Yeah, I mean, like you said earlier in the recording, this is recorded on Tuesday. If Mahomes
Uh-huh.
is dealing with a high ankle sprain, they're the number 1 seed in the AFC right now. Is there a chance really that they lose it to Buffalo? Yes, but they would have to lose out essentially, and Buffalo win out. I think that with there being a very short week after this Saturday, as we know, Carson Wentz will probably play this game. And because of that, like Shark Tank, for that, I'm going Texans.
Okay. I do see a scenario where the Chiefs lose back-to-back here. This Saturday and Christmas Day, just because of a short week. But Carson Wentz football is back, as one Pat McAfee would say. It's going to be electric, all right? He might throw 3 picks. He might throw for 7 touchdowns. Give me Kansas City.
Yeah, I agree with you. He might throw 3 picks. He won't throw 7 touchdowns.
He might, Nick Foles did.
I'm going to go with Houston here.
Fuck.
I think they sit Patrick Mahomes just to be safe. Maybe let him rest up for Pittsburgh. And yeah, I think they'd lose this game. That's just me.
For you guys watching, this is the start of the 16-0 week for one Derrick. So, mark it. Chiefs are winning that one.
What's the other game on Christmas before we get too far here? I don't remember. I know the Steelers play the Chiefs.
Baltimore, Houston, I think.
Is it? Is that why they have them on Saturday? I'm guessing so they have an extra day.
Both teams,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep, it is. I just looked. That makes sense.
So we'll move on. The other teams that are going to play on Christmas Day, as we just said. You got the Steelers at the Ravens. Baltimore is favored -6, and I think we know where Jordan's going.
Yeah, I seen a fun fact today that Lamar Jackson has never played at M&T Bank Stadium against the Steelers in front of a crowd.
Isn't that crazy to think
because
about?
They did play there once with
Cardboards.
Lamar playing, but it was
the
during
cardboards,
COVID.
the cardboard people.
That's insane. I seen that earlier.
Does that say shit? Is that shit on your? Just kidding.
That is.
Actually, I
Salute
can't
the
see.
troops, bitch.
I actually
It's
can't
salute
see
the
it.
troops.
I can't see it actually. What is? I can't see. It's just a black shirt with blank stuff in the middle. I don't even know what that
Oh
says.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't see. Is that see through?
Well, the logo is just green, so you should be able to see that I'm going with the Steelers.
I went Baltimore in their
Bounce back,
first
yeah.
matchup, and that didn't work out very well. Give me Baltimore again.
Oh, Derrick. I went Baltimore my first matchup, and it didn't work. God damn it, give me Baltimore again.
Let's go.
I'm hoping Pittsburgh has a nice bounce
shame
back
on you.
week.
Fool me twice. Damn it, shame on you again, Baltimore.
For the people
Hoping
that
we have a good bounce back game. Lamar's never really performed against us, so I'm hoping that we go into this game with some juice.
And good news for Steelers fans, TJ Watt looking to be all good to go and potentially
That was
playing
scary.
this game as well. So
That was scary.
good to not see him hurt. It's never good to see one of the best players hurt like that.
I'm going to be honest. After seeing that play, I know that I keep interrupting. I do this every single week. Sorry, not sorry. After seeing him, I mean, it didn't really look like anything happened on that play. I
No.
know that me, Derrick, and one of our friends, Aaron, were talking about maybe TJ playing through an injury this season. There wasn't a lot that happened on that play. It could be something that he just keeps re-aggravating. We've seen him remove
Tweaking.
himself from games a couple times. Not in key moments, but just, I don't know. It makes you wonder what's undisclosed over there.
I will say if I am TJ, of course he wants to be out there no matter what, even if he's going to fight through an injury. That's when coaches have to be like, listen, most likely we're going to make the playoffs. Take a decent amount of time off, get healed up. That's when we're going to need you. You know why? Because you never won a playoff game, TJ. We need you to win one now.
It's not most
little
likely
shade, sorry.
we have officially clinched.
Oh, you
with,
clinched. So
after
hey,
the Colts loss.
if I'm a
Colts
Steelers
and
fan,
Dolphins loss.
I wouldn't even be upset if I not benched him, but restricted a
Shut him
lot of his
down.
playing time the last couple
Well,
weeks.
The hard part about it is, yes, if he's playing through an injury, that makes sense. But you don't want him to come out flat-footed in the playoffs, being rusty, not playing for a couple weeks, not at game speed.
I
kinda
will
losing that step.
I will
rest.
say I think defensive players, it's easier to come off injuries and healing and not losing a step than it is for offensive players. That's just my personal opinion. I think a defensive player, I mean, we've seen him get picked up off the streets and absolutely perform randomly at times. So I think TJ could do that.
Speaking of off the streets, go get Ambry Thomas, who the Niners just waived. Dog. Corner.
He might not play. He might walk off and say, you didn't want to start me? Fuck you guys. He might.
No, that's Campbell.
Oh, I was thinking yeah, never mind. My bad.
Devon Campbell.
Devon?
Campbell.
Something like that. Yeah,
Devondre.
off the
Yeah,
Niners.
really?
No, I'm talking Ambry
Yeah.
Thomas was on IR, and then they released him when he got healthy because they couldn't keep him there anymore.
Yeah,
released today.
I mixed up the other Niners guy that they waived before today.
No,
Way before
they're
today.
not waiving him.
Yeah.
They said that they're looking for a maximum suspension from the league for his actions.
Damn.
Fire.
Fire, he says. We'll move on
No,
Sunday.
'cause they don't want him to be able to play. Like they don't want.
No, I know.
They don't want to
They said
reward
we
that
don't
guy.
want you to.
No.
They said we don't want to reward you with being able to go sign somewhere else.
Exactly.
So for people that are watching, what do you do?
You refuse to go into the
My
game.
dude didn't want to go in the game. Yeah, he started getting his minutes taken away by Dre Greenlaw, and he got all mad and all pissy about it when Greenlaw came back from injury, and they told him to go in the game, and he said, "No, I'm not."
What did Deontay Johnson? Now Deontay Johnson did the same thing, and they've relieved him of all practice duties. I don't know that they've released him.
They have
AB
not
kinda did
released
it.
him, but they did
of his
relieve him.
duties.
Yep, they said, "Hey, go sit down, stupid."
And that's bro, for them that's tough because you expected him to go in and produce for him as well.
Picked him up in fantasy immediately.
Like he was going to be one of the decent number twos. I don't know if picking up in fantasy immediately.
So,
I don't know if he would have
What are
started,
the- what
but
are
I
the
think on a bench
rules
for sure.
I know the rules on like getting traded. You can't get traded back. But what if like he gets traded to a new team and cut? Can he sign back?
If he gets cut, yeah. If he gets cut and passes waivers to where no team takes him on, he can go wherever.
They probably won't cut him just for that reason, though.
Mm-mm.
Hey, if he gets cut, Steelers sign him back. Show he's seen the grass ain't greener, brother. Sign him back.
I will say, if I'm the Ravens, I'm for sure not doing that. I think I'm going to take up a roster spot just for the fact of him not being able to go to a rival and potentially, hurt us
go
in
back
the
to
end.
the Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 100% the only reason I'd be petty 100% and do that.
Facts.
We'll move to Sunday. We got, this one should be quick, the Giants at the Falcons, and we will say Kirk Cousins did finally throw a touchdown. Atlanta favored -8.
Did you see that Kirk Cousins also got benched?
Yeah, I did see that.
Your dad got benched.
I did see that.
Michael
It's all right.
Penix Jr.
The
Big
lefty.
Phoenix energy.
I'm going to be honest. It's not a hard game to pick, but I could see them losing. I could see him coming out and looking like shit. Give me the Falcons, but I could see him losing.
Yeah, I mean, even though I haven't seen Penix play besides the preseason where he only played 1 or 2 games and then they pulled him before that too, my face looks really red in that one. Maybe I look a little bit like Kirky, maybe a tiny bit. But
Uncle Kirk, that looked like him exactly. You need a
When
Kmart
I did
chain
that?
and you're good to go.
all
Or
right,
Kohl's.
Kmart, Kohl's
Kmart ain't a
cash.
thing anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kmart's gone. Give me Atlanta here. I just think they have a better overall team. I don't trust anybody on the Giants besides Malik and their defense sometimes.
Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to spend
Defense.
any time on this. Give me Atlanta.
Then we'll move on to a team riddled with many injuries. The Lions at the Bears. Detroit is favored here, -6.5. They're going to be battling through a lot of missing pieces over there, just losing more and more players as weeks go on.
Crazy. It's really crazy how, it reminds me of the Browns last year, to be honest.
Or the Ravens in the previous years when they had,
Mhm.
I think it was about 3 years ago, they had a stacked team, and before the season really even started, first couple weeks in, they just lost everybody.
Yep.
And it's like you have all those high hopes and slowly get shattered.
Dante, I want to apologize to you because I know that you're normally like a in bed kind of a little bit earlier kind of guy. I want to
Old
talk
man.
about this for a second.
Uh-oh.
You see my
Not
eyes
about-
getting heavy.
Not about the Lions. I want to talk about strictly the Bears.
Hey, did this cat really just call me old?
No, I said you like to go to bed a little bit earlier. That ain't calling you old.
Old
You
ass.
low-key call me old.
You old
Nah.
ass.
So I've obviously we all probably see about the same Twitter. Lots of sports stuff, lots of other stuff, but lots of sports stuff. I saw a tweet that said, "Do not blame Caleb Williams. Don't let the star power of the names on his team take away from the fact that they've been a bottom tier wide receiver core in the NFL." And I want to take a second and just say, me and one of my clients and Dom talked about this today at the barbershop. I'm going to be honest. You put a gunslinger on that team. You put Joe Flacco from the Browns last year on that team. You put Jameis Winston from the Browns this year on that team.
They
A guy
win
that's
more
gonna get the
games.
ball out quick. A guy that's going to get the ball to his playmakers and not dance around for 30 yards and throw a 50-50 ball that's more to the defense. They're going to score a lot of points. They're going to win a lot of games. Their record will be much better than 4-10. Caleb Williams is the problem with that team. Stop trying to blame everybody around him. Caleb Williams is doing stupid shit. You're not playing Fresno State anymore, brother. This is the NFL. You can't circle back for 30 yards and throw a prayer up thinking that it's going to get caught. That's got to be outside of him taking that sack earlier in the season. Caleb Williams has the 2 worst plays this season, in my opinion. Taking that 30-yard sack, throwing that 50-50 fucking ball.
It has to be Will. Will's got... No, that ain't worse than Will, bro. Will has done way worse.
My dude was on
Caleb Williams circled... Caleb Williams runs 60 yards behind the line of scrimmage to throw a 60-40 ball to the defense. It ain't even a 50-50 ball.
He didn't turn it over, though.
He did that in college, and we definitely said that wasn't going to translate to the NFL, and it's proved to be right. That
shit worked in college because you're playing against Derrick running around out there. No offense,
for sure.
But like you're playing against nobodies.
Yeah.
And when you're in the NFL, you're playing against the best college players of every team.
Fucking lockdown, motherfucker.
No, you're right though. He reminds me of Deshaun Watson, how much he holds the ball and he refuses to just get rid of it. It's funny though because I took a couple screenshots because I was like, I've been slacking on my own personal TikTok lately. It's gonna make some TikTok videos on my own, and there was one, Justin Fields, and it says
deserve an apology.
Caleb Williams is going to win less games than Justin Fields did last year with a better defense and better skill players. A lot of people owe him an apology right now. And I do agree with that.
Yeah,
I will say, it is Caleb Williams. It is. Listen,
turn it on the offense.
It potentially is. It's not just one player's fault. Caleb is holding on the ball too long. He is antsy in the pocket. You've seen a lot of plays to where he's twitchy and jumping when there's not even a guy near him. Why? Because his O-line has let him down. 100%. Obviously, him holding the ball too long. Faster. I will say he's a rookie. He's going to get better at that as years go on, or he's going to have time.
I'm tired of people backing him up by saying it's everybody else's fault. Give him majority of that fault. Jameis Winston getting the ball out in 2 seconds isn't getting sacked as much as he is. And he's probably throwing for more yards, more touchdowns, and winning more games on that team right now. Jameis gets signed to the Bears this season and they never draft Caleb Williams. He's going to have a better season. And the Browns team will have a better season than they have so far this season.
I will say Caleb also missed a lot of open receivers.
The Bears team, not the Browns, I'm sorry.
At the same time, Keenan Allen has been a shell of himself. Keenan Allen is not the Keenan Allen that everyone has known in the past. This dude has probably dropped, similar to what Amari Cooper was doing in the beginning of the year, dropping a lot of open wide balls.
He's a number 2 now.
Yes, he's a number 2, but he's
number 2.
He's playing terrible as a number 2. I'll say that.
Did you see Rome Odunze's dad? The tweet that he said?
Is he doing Odell dad tweets?
Like 1,200 yards.
I mean,
yeah, they said if he was on another team,
that's what dads do.
1,200 yards, or somebody said he'd have like 800 yards, and then he retweeted it and said, "Nah, he'd have 1,100."
I will ask.
It's crazy.
Rome Odunze is a dog.
Is Rome Odunze's
Allen, yes, as he
father or coach anywhere prominent?
I don't
Probably
know.
not. He's saying that because he's his dad. He's saying that because he's his dad. The same way Odell's did it. The same way a lot of wide receivers' parents did.
I know that it sounds like I'm going on a Caleb Williams hate train. I do not hate Caleb Williams. I think that he has the potential to be a good quarterback in the NFL. But when I get on the social media, when I turn ESPN on, and everybody's blaming everybody around him and not giving him any of the fault, stop catering him. Stop not catering, coddling, whatever the fucking word is.
You're right.
Making it not about him. He is a part of the problem as well, and people need to realize that. That's all I'm trying to say.
Dan Orlovsky did hold him accountable. He did.
Yeah, his biggest problem is he's missing open receivers and he's holding on the ball too long. Those are the two biggest issues. I think they all stem from that O-line, though. So I think the Bears organization failed him in the beginning when they decided to get skilled players in defense other than getting an O-line up front and protecting your quarterback first. I think that's where they fucked up, to be honest.
Yep.
I don't know if we picked. Did we pick yet? I picked I'm going to take Lions. I think we're all taking Lions.
I don't think I picked either. I'm taking Lions.
Okay, I didn't know if we did. We went on a long rant, sorry.
None of us picked, but we're all going with the Lions.
Yeah, we're all going to go Lions here. Then we'll move on. Personally, the Cleveland Browns own this team. I don't know about this year or anymore. You got the Cleveland Browns, and now DTR will start for them, going to Cincinnati. Cincinnati is favored -7.5. Just came off a win against Tennessee. Maybe to put some tape on for trade value. That's one of the reasons I could see. Try to make him look as good as possible
gives us too good of a chance to win.
Or that. But I mean, realistically, I think we're 7th in the draft pick rankings right now.
Exactly, and you want to be like in that 4 range, so you don't want to win any more games.
We got three wins, and we're 7th. That's
exactly. Tough. And if you think about it, if you had to pick a guy to lose 3 games, are you going with Jameis or DTR?
Oh, DTR.
Exactly. You want
if you cared about winning against this Swiss cheese Cincinnati defense, you would keep Jameis.
Derrick, can I answer your question?
Listening.
Would you be mad if with the 8th pick we took Ashton Genty and then took a quarterback in the 2nd round?
I feel like you could trade back and get Genty in like
class.
I think you can get Genty in the mid-teens area. So I think you could trade back a little back farther and then get him. I don't know if a running back should go in the top 10 really anymore in today's league because they're so interchangeable.
I think he'll be Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan both went the top 10, and look at the way that paid off.
I will say, currently the 7th pick. You go, Jordy. Sorry.
Is the quarterback position that deep in this draft? To be able to take a guy in the 2nd round?
But that's the thing. If you don't have the top 2, if you don't have Cam Shador, you're done.
And the top 2
probably isn't going to declare.
Top 2 teams are the Raiders, Giants. They're going to take QBs.
Exactly.
As of right now, they got 2 wins.
They're going to take those 2. Quinn Ewers is probably going to stay, so you're going to be looking at
Quinn Ewers is going to North Carolina.
Yeah, so you're going to be looking at Carson Beck, or
maybe Dylan Gabriel if he commits or wants to go to the draft.
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel, DJ Ugalele, or
maybe a Will Howard. I doubt he'll go. But yeah, you got the Raiders ahead of him, Giants ahead of them, Panthers maybe. I don't think they'll take one. Tennessee might take one, and then it's us for teams that could take a QB.
I think this is another thing we talked about earlier today. If I was a Brown, guys can correct me on this. Deshaun Watson's got to come back next year, whether you like it or not. He's going to be on the team. They're not going to cut him. That's a waste of so much money and cap space. You're going to throw him out on the field, even if it's to the Wolves one more year. Would you be upset with taking a really good skill player, wide receiver, running back, trading back your 7, say you end at 7th overall pick, trading that back and taking a really good skill player, and then letting Deshaun ride this year and trying to get a quarterback next draft?
I don't think you bring Deshaun back regardless, because I think Deshaun brings too much turmoil to the team. Like he's not a cancer as far as like toxic players, but he's a cancer as far as like he's so bad. There's so much negative media presence. There's so many negative questions that like I honestly think that they should just pull a Russell Wilson that Denver did and just let him go. And just let him walk. Like, I don't think there's room for him in the locker room. And I think you do ride out next season with, a DTR or a Jameis Winston and just let them play the year, win 5-6 games. And Sam then, Darnold. Like, do you take Arch Manning, or do you... The Sam Darnold, I do like that. It's just, do we have that type of money? That's the only thing.
No.
And the other
Sam Darnold's going to have a Kirk contract. It's going to be $150 million.
35, 40 a year.
About Sam Darnold... The only thing that worries me about Sam Darnold is once he gets paid, I know he's having a great season this year. I do not want to take anything away from his season this year. If he gets paid to come to the Browns, the Vikings are a great team all around.
Yeah.
The Browns have some holes. Is he going to look like Sam Darnold this year on any other team? I don't even want to say just Cleveland, but if he gets signed anywhere, the Giants, he's not going to look like he does this year.
If you said...
So, I'm not going to sit here and act like the... Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you said a year or two prior, like before, I think our team is capable of being better than that Vikings team with a capable quarterback. Like you said, the receiver core ain't better than the Vikings. The running back room isn't better than the Vikings. The offensive line might not even be better than the Vikings.
My biggest worry, if I'm a Browns fan right now,
defense is comparable.
Is that Nick Chubb is not going to play at least in a Browns jersey again. He might play football somewhere as a backup. I don't know that he'll play in a Browns jersey again, if he even plays football again.
I will say good for him. It was a broken foot. You can come back from broken bones quicker than anything. And that's probably honestly better for his rehab. He said he's
willing to come back after that knee injury, play a few games, break his foot, and then still try and fight through another injury to come back.
He said he always wanted to be a part of Cleveland.
I do not wish injury on anybody. I know we made kind of a shitty TikTok about it before, but what happens? You come back from a broken foot, a blown out knee, and now something else happens. I don't want to even say anything, but something else happens because
Odell
you're so
did
worried
the same thing.
One thing that now this thing's going down.
I mean, we saw that kind of with Odell, and we saw him go down.
So if you take an Ashton Genty this year in the draft, you've kind of cleared up that running back spot. You're filling holes a little bit.
That'd be your 1-2 punch. You'd still have Chubb.
My worry as a Browns fan there.
I mean, I did say I think Chubb was going to be the shell of himself before. And I said before this season, it's going to take until next year for him to be back at his prime or, even better. And then that injury happens, so kind of sets it back even farther. So it does suck. Sorry to interrupt you before you went, Dontea.
It just makes me sad. That's all. Talking about Nick Chubb and his injuries makes me sad.
Because it's not.
You saw what I posted on our Twitter.
He's a great dude.
It's been a good ride too far.
Like he's one of those dudes that you root for, even if he is your rival. Because dude doesn't talk. Dude just goes to work. He's a great guy.
I was going to say I'm not saying that Minka's hit was dirty, but I feel for Nick Chubb. That's something that happens in football. We all have had players that we root for get hurt in shitty ways that just are unexpected, and it sucks. It sucks. I mean, I know a lot of Browns fans. I know a lot of Browns fans who that's their favorite player on the Browns.
Of course. How can he not be?
I don't mind Nick Chubb as a person. Obviously, when we go out there and play against him, I kind of want to kill him. But
I don't
mind. No, I don't want to hurt him. I just, he gets the ball as a handoff. I'd like
Blow
to
him
see
up.
some early 2000s football come back. But I think that... No, that's not what I think. I think that about every Browns player. I'm like, we're playing against you. I want to fuck you up. But no, I truly root for Nick Chubb, and I hope he does come back. It creates a more competitive atmosphere within the AFC North, which I've always argued is the best division in football. Argue with a wall. I don't care. I know this year the record-wise,
NFC North
Bengals defense
probably got us beat.
Browns are, I think NFC North got us beat this year, but I think that overall throughout the past 5, 10, 15 years, AFC North has been the best division in football almost every single year.
Last thing I will say about Nick Chubb, make your pick first.
With all that being said, I do not think it's the Browns season. I do not think DTR is the winner, but I think in this case you guys are happy for me to pick against them. Give me the Bengals.
Yeah. I am going to say Nick Chubb, I thought he could have been one of the greatest running backs of all time if he kept that trajectory. Obviously, he was averaging like 5.7 yards per carry before he was hurt. That's the most ever in the NFL with such attempts. Better than Jim Brown, which is number one. And to do it in a league today to where there are better athletes, it speaks volumes, I think. Obviously, we had a great offensive line. It's going to help. But it does suck because I feel like he's going to fall in the shadows down in the history of the NFL running backs to where not a lot of people are going to remember him if he doesn't come back to form once again. So his prime...
In 30 years, Derrick's kids will be pulling a Nick Chubb jersey out of the closet going, "Who's this, Dad?"
Now
Derrick's just going to have non-flashback.
I will say I'm not comparing him directly to Derrick Rose, but very similar of a very short prime, a dominant prime, and then you're just kind of slowly forgotten about throughout history. So give me Cincinnati, sadly.
I think that's actually a really good comparison.
You know the Wolverine picture where he's sitting there like this on the bed?
Holding the picture?
Just
Man, move on. I don't want to talk about Nick Chubb no more,
sorry.
man. Next game.
Yeah, we're 35
no,
minutes
you
in.
gotta pick it.
We're 35 minutes in. You're going Cincy. I already know it. We'll go Tennessee at the Colts. Colts favored minus 3.5. I believe, I'm not 100%. Are the Colts eliminated? I think they lost hopes of making the playoffs. As you make your pick, I'll look that up for us.
Possibly.
Even if they are eliminated officially, they're playing against another team that is eliminated. I'm taking the Colts here. Mason Rudolph starting for the Titans. Showed flashes of being an all right player, but I think the Colts team overall is just better.
Colts currently 10% chance of making the playoffs. They're on the bubble. They're currently 8th seed as of right now. I'm going to take the Colts as well. I think Tennessee's shout out another guy getting benched, Will Levis, Mason Rudolph. Sad way to go out. Your ex-girlfriend shows up at the stadium. You play terrible. Now you're benched. But they say you got
I left you, loser.
They do. He can't talk bad about him on one certain part of him. So, who do you got?
I got the Colts, man.
Then we got the Rams at the Jets. Surprisingly enough, I thought the Rams would have had a higher line here. They're only favored -3. Are the Jets back?
No, they're not.
Yeah, I agree with Dante. They are not back. Devontae Adams, hell of a catch though on the sideline, but give me the LA Rams.
Yeah, I'm going to go Rams here. Jets officially eliminated. Not really much to play for. Just play some backyard football, A-Rod. Have some fun out there. Fuck it.
Playing for incentives. Playing for incentives at this point. Let me get the Rams.
Have some fun out there for your last season, A-Rod.
Top 4 quarterback all time. Then we'll move on. We got the Eagles at the Commanders. It'll be a good game. Philly favored -3.5.
I need the Eagles. I need them to dominate this game so hard.
How hard? Will Levis hard?
Hard enough for me to win in fantasy because my week 1 and my fantasy matchup didn't go that well. So
damn.
And Montgomery's hurt, so I really need I need them to make Terry McLaurin a non-factor, and I need Jaden Daniels to look like a rookie.
They are going to play.
Like Will Levis.
They're playing for the number 1 seed, so they can take it.
I need Will Levis to look like a rookie.
For me to meet you in the championship, I need a guy on the Eagles to go crazy too.
Saquon, get 1,000 yards.
Give me Philly.
Yeah, I'm going to go Philly here as well. Jaden Daniels has been playing better, and he's gotten better throughout the season, which would be, I don't know, wouldn't say a surprise, but he started off so hot. Still looking slowly improving. I'm just waiting for him to have one of those stinker games. Might be against this Eagles defense.
Need it. Eagles, defense, Jaylen Carter. I need you to step up, big dog. Hey, the active shooters in the backfield. I mean, not in the backfield, in the secondary. Blankenship. My dude, Cooper DeJean. I need the active shooters to lock up.
That's what they call?
No, that's what they call Austin Reeves and Dalton Connect. But
what do they call
Nope.
Cooper and
Nope.
Pat McAfee made Darius Butler.
The Ku Klux Clamps, bro.
Bro.
The Ku Klux Clamps.
Pat McAfee basically made Darius Butler look it up on Twitter, and Darius went, "Oh yeah, okay, I'm not saying that."
The Ku Klux Clamps. I need them to. Never mind. I was about to say something crazy. Let me get Philly.
You would be the one that would probably okay to say it.
I know they beat us, but we lit his ass.
How you feel about Jaylen Carter smacking the fuck out of the shitty brother Hayward?
Connor Hayward. The shitty brother.
I know Jordan makes
Darius Slay throwing a punch and not getting flagged for at least offsetting on that play.
I will say Darnell did not flinch, so
that's a big motherfucker, bro. If I was his size, I wouldn't flinch either.
He did not flinch.
Eat Darius
Slay. Darius Slay is a fucking crazy guy.
Maybe the refs just respected him so much. Like, damn, let's not throw a flag. He threw a punch. That's crazy.
Are we having a podcast episode inside of the Pick'ems?
I like it. I'm having fun. Are you having fun?
Yeah,
I'm sleepy.
Oh, we got Arizona at Carolina. We got Arizona favored -4.5.
Oh,
Who you got, Jordy?
give me the Cardinals.
Hey, like I do to DJ when he's crying. Boo.
Boo. Wah, wah. Yeah, I picked Carolina last week because they were favored for the first time in like 40 games. We knew that shouldn't have worked out, Jordan. Like that was too good to be true.
They got their asses whooped.
Give me Arizona here.
Not only did I pick them,
and
but
to cover.
I did the halftime show bet. I bet them to cover +6.5.
Oh no.
The best part was when D-Bay texted me, and it was a nice parlay. And he said, "Who ruins this?" I said, "The fucking Panthers, Dylan."
They
And
have
he's
money
like, "Nah,
on?
bro, they're favored." I said, "Okay." And at halftime, I texted him, and I said, "Yeah,
The Panthers.
You see what's going on here? Just wait. Give me Arizona."
And I bet them to come back and cover.
That's crazy. Then we'll move on. A little more playoff implications here. Of course, one's going to be solidified in the playoffs. Maybe fighting for the number 1 seed. Vikings at Seattle. Minnesota is favored -3. We all know. If another friend of ours was here, he would choose against the Vikings. Jordan, who do you got?
I'm going to be honest. I think this is going to be a really good game to watch.
Geno, 3 picks.
Oh, man. Both man.
They don't exist yet. They lost that shit a while ago.
Seattle, they just got beat up on at home, right? By the
Beat off. Bad.
who'd they lose to?
I don't know. I just
Somebody
said that.
out there.
I don't even know the score. They played Green Bay 30-13.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Man, I got to go Minnesota. As much as I would love to take Seattle, I got to go Minnesota for the sake of the pick.
Yeah, don't do it.
Everyone, yeah, I'm not gonna take Seattle. Give me Minnesota. Everyone's saying Geno's a great quarterback, threw 149 yards and a pick, and he got hurt. Sounds like a loser to me. He lost that game. Give me Minnesota.
One last time out. Put Jameis Winston on the Seattle team.
He'll throw the same amount of picks.
They're going.
Give me Minnesota.
I mean,
receiving core is
Geno got like
dogs.
Geno Smith got like 13 picks, so Jameis would be right there with him.
He'd have 20.
Yeah, but Jameis would be airing that bitch out. DK would have
To the
1,000
other
yards
team.
by week 10.
All right, we'll move on. Don't have to spend a lot of time on this one. We don't even have to go around. I just assume everyone's going to take Buffalo over New England here. Buffalo's favored -14. Not much to really talk about there. Then we'll move on to Jacksonville at the Raiders. Now, we got the Raiders and Jacksonville. Neither of them favored it. It's even money line. Who you got?
Even money, huh?
Yep.
This game sucks.
No one's watching this 425 game, let me tell you. You're probably you'll watch the next one. Yeah. I'm going Jacksonville too. Raiders are at home and they're not even favored. So tells you something.
Is Jacoby Myers still without a drop this season?
Yeah, he's better than Dontea.
I know he was going into the game.
I'm going to be honest, bro. I think, Derrick, you have proved that. I think Jacoby is better than Dontea.
Fuck
Better attitude, yeah.
Better player.
But I'm going to take Jacksonville as well. The Raiders suck. They suck.
They suck.
Pretty bad.
They suck.
Looking for a new coach potentially next year, especially when your owner doesn't back you up.
Yeah, Antonio Pierce is getting fired.
Yeah, bye-bye. We got the Niners at the Dolphins. What are you going to say about Antonio?
So maybe he doesn't.
Maybe he doesn't.
Dan Campbell had 2 shitty years before a great year.
And Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
That's true.
Niners at Dolphins.
No way you can hear that.
Dolphins at
Green.
Dolphins favored -1.5 as Jordan's fucking blowing up the room over there. Who you got, Jordy?
Give me the Dolphins, bro. The Niners are so ass this year.
Yeah. The Niners have been stinking it up. If they were in Jordan's room, they'd fit right in. Give me the Dolphins.
Damn, are we all picking the Dolphins?
Where did you go, bro? I need you for fantasy.
Hey, Debo said, I'm just not getting the touches.
Bro, terrible.
You see the community noted him?
He deleted the tweet.
They said Debo got so many drops.
How many games we got left? 2?
Yeah. Two more.
Okay, I got 5.
Oh,
I
you
got
could,
5% battery. Not on my phone. On my on
Yeah.
my iPad. I got the Dolphins.
Oh, you mean games left to pick? I thought you meant games left in the year.
We got Tampa Bay at Dallas. Tampa Bay only favored -4. Maybe Cooper Cush is slinging the pill over there.
I need CD to have a day.
Dallas coming off of a huge win against Carolina. That really boosted the morale over there. Give me Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers.
Yeah, give me Baker. Not a lot of people talking about him this year being a great quarterback. I think the first time he ever threw for 30 touchdowns. Give me Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield. That likes to throw a lot of picks as well.
I miss Baker so much.
Yeah, I'm a Tampa Bay fan. I got a Tom Brady Tampa jersey. I'll start wearing that.
Yeah, let me wear it. Let me go with Baker in Tampa.
Then Monday night, no one's gonna watch it. I hope no one watches it. You got New Orleans at Green Bay. Green Bay favored -14.
I'll watch
Green
while I
Bay?
play Call of Duty.
We got Green Bay here. All right.
Yeah, we got Green Bay here.
Green Bay around the room.
All of us going Green Bay. Lowest over under on the week. Any guesses before we head out here?
37.5.
Jacksonville Raiders.
Oh, I thought you were asking how much it was.
Both. Sure, both.
Jacksonville Raiders is a good
Jacksonville
one.
Raiders 32.5.
Yeah, Jacksonville Raiders 39.5. So they're projecting maybe them to get 20-ish points each. We'll see. But yeah, terrible games this week. Some of them, some great games. But hey, thank you guys for watching this one. Around 47-ish minutes for Pick'ems. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the half podcast, half Pick'ems. And always comment.
That's what I was trying to do when I got my 16-0. It was peace signs. Fuck, I thought it was double thumbs up. I'm mad.
Comment, subscribe. It means a lot to us. And so you push you on live, get $1,000. Peace out.
Put on live, $1,000.